Well, we're going to take a couple of the bikes out and get them ready for the summer to go play with. So I need to kind of fill them up, put gas in them, cold start them, and making sure they're ready to rock and roll. This one I think I put away with some gas in it, so it's going to need a little bit of a float bowl cleaning, I do believe. This one's the easy one. This one you just got to reach over, turn the key on, and ready to go for the season. That's what electric's definitely got going for it, is simplicity. This one has some gas in it. Let's see if she'll fire. This is probably one I haven't run in the longest. I do need to remember where the choke is though. You guys see it? There it is. What do you say we put a little bit of fuel in this one? See if it'll go. Should be enough. Warm up a minute. You take a little prime in it. You should go. Look for spark. Let's see if we got spark. No spark. There's your problem. I think this one's suffering from a little bit of a dirty carb. So let's go give her a little bit of a prime and see if we fire it up and let it suck through, just because I'm too lazy to take the float off, but I know I'm going to have to take it off anyway, so I guess we're just playing. Shall we? Almost knocked it off the center stand. Yeah, that's the deal. Yeah, carb's dirty. Guess I gotta fix it. You say we open that carburetor up. And get that out of the way too. Let's get that bowl off of there. And clean the caca out of it. No smoking. It's actually not that bad. Got some dirt in it, but not terrible. I'm gonna blow those jets out and we'll put it back together and see if she'll fire. Does not want to play. Crank that plug all the way in, we'll do some fine tuning. going in. We got no spark. Got the nut off of it already. Let's see if we can just do the old tap and pry. I'm guessing this has points. Yeah, it does. So we gotta get underneath there, just clean those points, and it should come back for us. Let's get a little bail on it there. Let's make sure that guy is opening. That was the key. It's open. I think we just need to do a couple of drags to the file. Should bring it back. Let's see if that do it. So you can get in there. It don't look bad. Doesn't take much though. I was thinking the kill wire had a problem, so I disconnected that first. That wasn't it. Say we blow that out with a little bit of compressed air just to get the heebie-jeebies off of it. You want to make sure that area stays nice and clean. And I'm going to put a little bit of dab on there, a little bit of dab of grease. Looks like it might be a little on the dry side. It's greased. Okay. Where did the key go? Let's get that facing straight up and down. I don't know if we're going to want to, yeah, we'll put that in now. I don't know if we're going to go now or later, but I think it's now. Aha! Found the culprit. There's your problem, right there, going to the condenser. So we're going to reroute that wire. Probably have to cut it and splice it back in, but at least we found it before we put it back together. Let's see if we can fix that. I got some flux on it, and there's a piece of shrink tubing right here that will slide over it. You need a little on the iron to transfer. There we go. Yeah. I think my flux sucks. What do you think? We'll just goober the crap in there. There it goes. Finally, it flowed. We'll just bake the crap out of it. I think we got it. Turn it over that. Actually, we can leave that on because we're going to need that for the shrink tubing. Remind me next time not to set that soldering iron down like that. Otherwise just put a blister in the counter. What a hack. I would say that should be good enough. What do you think? So that's a little better. I ran the wire behind and underneath. Kind of came up this way. Keep her out of harm's way, out of the flywheel there. And hopefully this time it's not going to get chewed up. Well, let's see if we got spark now. I wonder if I can spin it by hand fast enough. Yep. Good. The pull start is this lovely gold kind of color, and I'm not all that fond of it. I thought it would go good with the copper that was down below, but I'm not digging it. So I think maybe we should sandblast some of that off of there, and I have something I'd like to try. So let's go and try. That's after the sandblaster. Hopefully you didn't get my coins too bad. Oh, that's all right. And you can kind of see still that there was like a tinge of metal color in there. You can see it right there. That was the original anodized finish that when it was on the snowblower, and it was all under plastic, but it just kind of probably kept it from rusting. So now you can kind of see it's fairly rough. I'm going to go and take, I don't know, some kind of fine grain sandpaper, run around that and try to knock down to a smoother finish, and then we're going to move on from there to doing what I want to do with it. That's what I'm looking for. That'll do. So I just got done wire wheeling that guy, and then I went over it with some 800 grit just to try to knock any of the high spots off that are left. So what we're going to go try is this stuff. It's called Rub and Buff, and I don't know, I think I have the whole assortment of different ones, different colors. And they're kind of like a stain that's made for metal. And one of my YouTubers hooked me, steered me in that direction. So we got like antique gold, and I don't know what this one is here, pewter, just all different kinds of like old metals. So I figure we'll give that a shot and see if we can maybe tint that or stain that to something that is more appealing than just that, you know, fake looking copper paint. So let me get set up and we'll give that a shot. I'm not sure how well they're showing up, but these are pretty much gold, antique gold, European gold, gold leaf, autumn gold, and what's that one say, Grecian gold. Then we go to pewter, silver, silver leaf, and patina. A couple of other ones up here. I figure we're not going to use on this one. It says antique white, ebony, ruby rub, and Spanish copper. So I figure maybe we'll try practicing on a piece of steel that we have over here. We'll make a couple of test samples and we'll see how we like them. Plus it gives me a little bit of time to figure out what you're supposed to do as far as you know, putting it on and taking it off. So I'll probably do that off camera. We'll make a bunch of test spots. I'll mark it off with a Sharpie and we'll see which one we like. So I took each one, with gloves on, and each finger I just kind of took and mushed the color around a little bit, and I got them lined up above. But we're going to let them set a little bit and we'll see how they do. We'll let them kind of dry up and then we'll buff that off. I have a feeling the piece of metal I use might be too shiny, but at least it'll give us an idea what the colors are underneath it and we can kind of move forward. I think right now I'm kind of going for just maybe a metal looking color, but I'm going to hold it up next to the bike and see if I like any of these before I rub it off. But again, I have a feeling most of it's going to rub off just because I did not cuff this up. I should have hit it with some sandpaper, I think. Alright, so right now I'm kind of thinking this one, we're going to go with the pewter, going with pewter. But I'm going to wipe them down and see what they look like. Again, I think I kind of screwed up by not cuffing up the surface, but let's think I might have let them dry too long. Yeah, I did. So that's not going to tell us anything. I think, I bet you're supposed to kind of rub it in and polish it at the same time then. Not let it sit. Let's see what happens there. Yeah, so that's a bust, huh? Alright. Let's just go for it. And we're just going to go rub that sucker right on there and see what we get. It says to rub in and then polish with a cloth. So that's the cloth. I'm probably going to go with I think a paper towel might be our best rub it down with. And it's to clean it up with mineral spirits when it's done. Let's give that something to work with. Let's try right in the spot that gets seen the most. That's just going to look like that. The bike was done. I think I used black shoe polish on it. To be honest, I'm kind of a fan of the black shoe polish. And the I think the other one I used was leather dye. This looks like almost what was on it. That's okay. So I'm going to continue to rub that in and then take it off. We'll see what it looks like. Well, that's it on there. It really doesn't look much different than what we just kind of sanded down to start with, huh? I'm trying to think how I like it over the overall look of the bike. Yeah, it just kind of looks like a stripped. Looks no different. It probably didn't help that I picked the color that was closest to the actual color that was on it. And it'll be on there. What do you think? That's the black shoe polish you can see rubbed into it. I do kind of like that. Think I should try it? I think I have to leave it alone. I think it's better than the copper. It kind of goes with the front forks and, you know, picks up some aluminum somewhere, but I just wonder maybe I should go try something different. Alright, we're going to go with the black leather dye, and I figure it's worked for me in the past. Let's try it. And it's not like any of this stuff can't be undone. You just kind of hit it with some acetone or mineral spirits, it will wash off. But I am going to go coat this whole thing up with it, and then I'm going to wipe off what I don't. You know what I'm talking about. I'm going to rub that whole thing down, and then we'll wipe it off, and we'll see how that looks. What do you think? Alright, well, it's still wet. Why don't we knock it down? That's more like what I like. But you don't know till you try different things, right? Or else you would just always do the same thing over and over again. And the same thing over and over again does get boring. I don't think I beat doing this trick into the ground yet. Yeah, now it just looks like an old piece of metal. That's kind of what I was going for. Anything, put it over by the bike now and take a look at it. Nothing says we can't darken it up a little bit more on the bike too, right? So that's it on the bike. I don't know. The problem is too, it's got like more of a blue color to it, where this is more black. See it? I like it better than the fake copper color, though, I could tell you. Maybe I'll try something else. Maybe I won't. So I pretty much just went over it with like a black wax, but it really doesn't look any different. And I am tired of chasing it. I don't think it looks bad. I don't think it's terrible. But we'll see over time. Anyway. Got spark, so we put that back together and we'll try firing her up, see how she sounds. Let's give her a shot. Again, I forget which way the choke is. I'll let her warm up a bit. Now we're good. And that pretty much wraps up a little testing tune. Got them all ready to rock and roll. They could use a good cleaning, but you could leave that for another time. And I'm kind of liking the metal on that. We'll leave it go for a while and we'll see how I feel over the course of time in the future. Alright guys, well at that point I'm going to go wrap all this up, and I want to thank all you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing. See you later. Boo-boo. Want me to go around the driver's side? I'll go around the other side.
Little 4-cylinder Austin engine. So it's actually the same engine as a 56 or 58 Nash Metropolitan.
Check out the shaft going for the fan.
Yep.
That's your front suspension?
That's the whole front suspension, yeah.
Well, I'll let you repeat yourself all over again about what the history of it is, if you like.
Yeah. How you doing? It is not a Volkswagen. It was Volkswagen.
Well, Volkswagen had
No, this is a front Dodge. They were making trucks and buses before Volkswagen. From an old timer up in Sanbornville, New Hampshire. It came from Montana originally.
You know, and the sick part is I wouldn't touch it.
No, I'm gonna save the paint a little bit because it's down to the bare metal in spots, but
I wouldn't touch it. Leave it alone.
Yeah. I was telling a couple other guys, I buy and sell antique cars as a hobby. I have a 69 Firebird 400, completely restored, beautiful car. I love bringing this to shows more than my Firebird.
That's right.
It's got more character. Everyone sees the Firebird.
Right.
When he went up there and I told him, that's what they said. But he could.
Later models had 9 cylinders.
Yeah, that's